Good evening. Thank you for joining us for our monthly community meeting. I apologize for the delay. We've had some technical difficulties this evening, but I think we've got them worked out. I'm Chief Colleen Jacobs. I hold these virtual community meetings on Facebook on the second Wednesday of each month at 6 p.m. This year, our community meetings are going inside the department to give you a closer look at the different units within the police department. Tonight, we are talking with our recruiters and learning what it takes to become a police officer here in West Valley City. We have some openings here at the police department, so we wanted to dig into the process that people need to go through in order to join us. With me now is Sergeant Lillenquist, Lieutenant Wyckoff, and Officer Allen. We're here at the West Valley substation where we do our training for officers. Thank you for joining me tonight. So, first of all, what is it you guys do as recruiters, and is it a full-time job?
Thanks, Chief. Yeah, so for me, it is my full-time assignment, but I also have several members of our police recruitment unit that work as a collateral assignment. We have 33 members of that team, and we help out with all kinds of things. We do recruitment events, and these include like career fairs at high schools, colleges. We go to the police academies and talk to the cadets. This also includes whenever we have an individual apply to become a police officer, we assign them one of our police recruitment unit members, and they kind of help them the entire step or every step of the way. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important to note that we're open for applications right now, right?
Absolutely. Yep, we're open currently. We're hiring in all 4 categories. We'll get to that in a minute, but it's open until September 2nd is the deadline.
Excellent. Can you give us a quick overview of the steps of our hiring process?
Absolutely. I'm going to refer to my our website here just to let everybody follow along with me. The first step, obviously, is to apply. And again, just to reiterate, we're open now, and we're open until September 2nd. The second step of that process is the personal background investigation. This is also, like a lot of people refer to it as a personal history statement. It's something they fill out. All their jobs, education, military experience, financial, driving records, things of that nature. What we do is we conduct a first review of that and look for any kind of glaring disqualifying items. Once they pass that step, we invite them to come take the PT test with us, and we'll demonstrate a few of those things here. After they pass the PT test, the very next day we'll schedule them for a preliminary panel interview. And they'll sit down with a panel of us, and we'll, if they pass that step, they get assigned a full background. The full background is pretty lengthy. It's about 4 to 5 weeks in length, and it's definitely in depth. I can't stress that enough. Once they pass that, they'll be invited to come for a command staff interview, and at that stage, they sit down with yourself and the deputy chiefs, and after that interview, there's a potential that they get a conditional offer. Once they receive that conditional offer, the last 3 steps of the hiring process move pretty quickly. We get the last 3 tests done within about 2 weeks. These are the CVSA, the psychological, which is like a mental health exam, and then a physical examination, which is like a physical medical exam. The CVSA, a lot of people ask about that. It's a computer voice stress analysis test. It's similar to like a polygraph. So a lot of departments or people might think, oh, I got to take a polygraph. This is really similar. We just use a computer.
It's a lie detector.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Now the process is a little bit different if somebody's certified or if they have previous experience. Can you touch on that a little bit? It
is. Yep. And I'm going to refer to our website again here. So we hire our candidates in 4 different groups. The first group is our non-certified candidates. This means they have no law enforcement experience and they haven't received any kind of certificate at all. The next group is the SFO BCO candidates. These are our candidates that have gone to a police academy and they obtained a special function officer certificate, SFO, and a basic correction officer certificate, which is the BCO certificate. The next group is our certifiable, our certifiable candidates. These are the individuals that have gone to post for a police academy, for law enforcement officer. They've obtained that or they're currently attending that academy, but they don't have any police experience. So they've gone, either they're in the academy now or they've gone, successfully graduated from a law enforcement academy, but they haven't worked any kind of police job. And the last category is a certified candidate. This is often referred to as lateral. These are those folks that have both their law enforcement officer certificate as well as experience working as a police officer.
Okay.
And out of those 4 groups, I'm just going to quick show when they go to apply, we have those here on our website, and you just pick whichever category you would fall under. Non-certified, SFO, BCO, certifiable currently attending, or certified lateral entry.
Okay. So just to reiterate, we don't actually require someone to go to the academy before they work for us or before we hire them.
Nope. Nope. We'll hire you as a non-certified candidate, and we will put you through the academy. We'll sponsor you through post to get your your certificates, and we'll also pay you while you go. So it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it really is. That's how I was hired.
Yeah.
So, so one of the most common questions we get is about the physical requirements needed to be a police officer. Can you show us some examples of the physical fitness test and the other requirements associated with physical fitness?
Yeah, I'll help you out with this, Chief. I'm going to bring over Detective Dean. We're going to demonstrate some of the PT requirements, and we'll go through those. So at West Valley, we definitely value having a healthy lifestyle and making some good choices and having some basic, physical fitness. It's important because there's a lot of times when you're in patrol, it's in and out of a car 30 times a day. You're up and down stairs. You're low crawling places. You're going around fences or whatever it is. So we have to have some sort of level here. So first one we're going to do, we're going to look at the push-ups. Post requires 14 push-ups. And so when you come out for the PT test, this is what we're going to do. And we're going to have you go all the way down and then all the way up to lock your arms. That would be 1. And we're looking for 14 of those push-ups, which we can get through. So why don't you do one more for us? That was perfect. Okay, thank you. There we go. All right. Our next little exercise here is we don't do sit-ups. We will do the plank, and we only do that for 30 seconds. And we don't do it on our elbows or our forearms. We do it just straight up on our hands, just like we were to doing a push-up. So it's very similar. We hold it for 30 seconds, and we're good to go. Thank you. That looks pretty good. The third one we're going to do is we're going to show you the vertical jump. We require 14.5 inches from the highest point with what you could reach. This is also the post standard. So we've set up our vertical jump here. We've pre-measured. Detective Dean's right to the top there. We've measured up 14.5 inches. We can do it 1 step. We can do it 2 steps into the drill, but at the end, we just need to hit the 14.5 inches, which you've marked. You don't have to go over it, but you have to get at least that. So would you show us how you do that? Excellent, thank you. And the other part of it is we have a 1.5 mile run. The time for that is 16:11 for that time, but we're not going to demonstrate that today for you, but that's what it would be. So, yeah, thanks, Detective Dean. Yeah.
Typically, what portion of the physical fitness test do people typically have the most trouble with?
It's usually the run. That's usually what people struggle with the most is the run, getting it in under that 16:11 cutoff time. And just to touch on that, these requirements are the SFO or Special Function Officer entrance requirements. That's why we require that when they apply, so we can actually send them to the academy and they'll be accepted.
Okay.
To get started.
And then they get more stringent after that?
They do. Yep. The exit requirements for the physical fitness are harder than these ones.
Okay. So if people are looking to apply, they should probably practice the run.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely go out and try see how fast you can get a 1.5 miles in for sure.
Okay. Now let's talk about background checks. We have Officer Allen here with us, who does some of the background checks. They're not the usual background checks that most people go through for regular jobs, do they?
No, not at all, Chief.
Tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah, so what we start with is a personal history statement. That's where every applicant fills out. It's a packet about 30 plus pages of questions related to their background. What we try to do is we try to make sure all of that information can be verified. And that's calling references, calling resources, calling previous employers, landlords, other tenants, family members, friends, relatives. We really go in depth with trying to get to know our applicants. We also run a criminal history check on all applicants through it's a nationwide database of if you've ever been arrested by a police department, we will know. And then we start requesting records. If you've been in the military, we'll get your DD-214, we'll get all of your military records, any reprimands, any commendations. And then we'll get to your taxes. Surprisingly, we request taxes for the past at least 3 years normally to verify your income and to make sure that you're going to be a suitable candidate. Once we kind of compile all of let me go on one more topic. Pretty much anywhere that you've ever lived in or worked in, we're going to request records pertaining to that agency that you've been involved with. Even tickets from out of state, we're going to find out if you've received a speeding ticket in Montana. So we try to go as in depth as we can with these applicants.
Right, even credit reports, right?
Even credit reports, yep. If you have a good credit, we'll know. If you've missed a payment or two, we'll probably know as well. And then once we've compiled everything, then we're going to do what's called an in-home interview with that applicant, to where we're going to go through everything that we've discovered, everything that they've kind of admitted to us that's happened in their lifetime. And then we're just going to compile all that into a report, and then we're going to send it to our command staff for you guys to review and decide if they're going to continue forward or not.
So we're not just looking for the good, fluffy, positive
Oh,
stuff,
no,
too. We're looking for everything,
I want the
right?
meat and gravy, absolutely, yeah.
Perfect. So in your role as a recruiter, tell us a little bit about the experiences that you've had at West Valley and why you like working here.
Yeah, so I've been fortunate. I've been here since 2016. I'm currently assigned as a canine handler, is my primary assignment. The most dirtiest but rewarding job that there is out there. And then I've been involved in our SWAT team. I've been on our, our street crimes unit, our investigative unit, our plainclothes unit. I've been a background investigator. I'm one of our CVSA examiners. So if you get through your background, then you might also have to talk to me during a CVSA process. And then my experience at West Valley has been awesome. I love that we have a small enough department to where I know pretty much everybody's name that works here, but we're large enough to have all the specialties in the world. The ability to transfer out of an assignment into something that you're really passionate about, that you want to do as a law enforcement officer, you can do it. If you're a hard worker, you put your nose to the ground and you do your job really well, you're going to move where you want to move to. And our command staff not only our command staff, but our city as a whole is very supportive of us, which from a line level guy, I appreciate a lot.
Yeah, that's
that we
great.
have tons and tons of support from our upper administration.
Yes, you absolutely do. Same question to you, Sergeant.
Yeah, I'll echo a lot of what Officer Allen's saying. I started my career in a really small department. It was about a 20-man police department, and there wasn't a lot of opportunity and room for growth there. When I was fortunate enough to be hired with West Valley and come down here, a lot of opportunity down here. I've had opportunities to work patrol, our court services unit as an investigator, violent crimes unit as an investigator, also ton of opportunity for growth. I've been able to be a field training officer. I've been able to test and promote to officer first class, test and promote to sergeant. There's just been a ton of opportunity, and it's been really rewarding to be with West Valley for sure.
Yeah, what about you, Lieutenant? You've been around for a minute.
Yes, I have been around. I was very fortunate. I came straight out of college, and West Valley hired me, so I'm one of those that was a non-certified and was able to get paid while going to the academy and got through and spent a lot of time in patrol and then moved into community policing, and that enabled other opportunities like being a task force officer for the FBI, and then things worked out where I got promoted a few times, and it's been very humbling because there is, like Officer Allen said, if you work hard, there is opportunities. So What I love about this place, though, is there seems to be it's where everybody takes in feedback. You have a voice in this department. That information is shared. I can speak from the lieutenant level that, information is pushed up. We're trying to do best for the citizens. We're trying to do best for the employee, and it's been a great experience. And yes, I've been here right around 25 years now, so.
That's great, and I'll echo that as well. I've had a lot of great experiences here with West Valley. I've been here for almost 29 years now, and I love my experience here at West Valley City. It's been my one and only department, and I've truly loved it and enjoyed the experience that I've had here. So, but I'm sure we could talk about this all night.
Yeah.
But right now we wanted to also hear from some of our female members of the department. Here's a quick video with some of the detectives to talk about why they love what they do.
I knew it was something that I wanted to do and I wanted to try, and the more I thought about it, the more I realized that it's a really important job and that people need to do it.
At the end of the day, I know I helped somebody, and that's really all that matters to me.
Every single day I leave work, I feel like I've helped at least one person. Sometimes, some days that's in really small ways, and then some days that feels bigger, but it's satisfying that I get to enjoy doing a good thing.
Movement is easy. Like, you could do canines, you could do community policing, you could do detectives where there's property, there's homicide, there's special victims, there's violent crimes. We have a CIT unit which works with crisis intervention.
I would say do it. If you're not sure that you want to be an officer, I would say do your research, apply, do some ride-alongs, and decide, because that's really the only way, I think, to make a final decision is to get a little closer. And if you know you want to be a cop, this is the place to be, in my opinion.
So I'll open this up to all three of you, or any of the three of you. So what advice would you have for someone who is interested in becoming a police officer but hasn't quite started down that road yet?
I'll take the first part of the lead on this. The obvious answer is to stay in school, right? But don't do drugs, stay out of trouble. But some other things that are really important is probably do a ride-along. Like, if you're interested, come with us. Sergeant Lindquist can go through the ride-along process, but that would give you a great idea of what's happening. Come ride with Officer Allen on a weekend night, right? Running his dog. But that's something we can do. If you're able to take some law enforcement classes, that's another opportunity. But I would say, if I was just kind of like, what do I do? What do I not do? The ride-along would be probably my first. Like, I wish I would have went on more ride-alongs with different agencies. Would have given me a different perspective. So, what about you?
No, I echo that completely. When I first started thinking about law enforcement, I actually did 2 citizens academies. So one with West Jordan, one with Highway Patrol. So that's another way. If your city offers that program, feel free to do it. If they don't, come and talk to us. If you see anybody, if you are interested in West Valley, if you see any one of our cops inside of like the parking lot, come up and just chat with us. We'd love to tell you about our experiences, good and bad. Sometimes this job is fun. Sometimes this job is kind of rough, obviously. We see the good and we see the bad in people, but ride-alongs. My name is Dave Allen. I'm a canine handler. Please feel free. Submit that request and we'll get you out there.
And along that lines, we do have a Citizens Academy, or at least we try to run a Citizens Academy twice a year, in the spring and in the fall. And it depends on how many applicants we have to put the program on for. So if you are interested in the Citizens Academy, reach out to us and let us know, and we can get you that application as well. Sergeant,
I just wanted to show real quick to everybody watching. I'm having some Wi-Fi technical difficulties with our website here, but on our webpage, you just scroll to the side here, there's police ride-alongs. The form's built into that webpage. It's really easy. You just go in and fill it out. Your name, date of birth, you can sign it. Once you hit submit on that form, that comes to me, and I'll reach out to you and we'll get you scheduled for a ride-along. So.
okay, great. Now, if people have additional questions about how to get into police work or how they can join us, what's the best way to contact you?
The best way to reach out to us is also on our website. It's the Contact a Recruiter. It's right here on the side. Click on this, really brief form to fill out here. First name, last name, phone number, and email address. And then this is optional. You can or can't put in whatever your question is. You don't have to even put anything there, and we'll still reach out. As soon as you submit that, that's going to go to our entire recruitment unit, so all 33 members and myself, and we'll be in touch shortly to answer your questions for you.
Yeah, that's a great service you guys provide, and I personally really appreciate it because I know a quick response is key to getting a lot of people's attention.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
let's go to Facebook and see what kind of questions we've got. So one of the first question is, how often do officers have to take the PT test?
So for the initial PT test, it's just the one time, and then we also recertify every year annually. And we have 2 versions. It's similar to this standard test. It's the IRMA standard test, and it's the run, the sit-up, or not the sit-ups, the plank, the push-ups, the vertical jump. And then we also have a JTST. It's a job simulation PT test, and that one's a little bit different. You kind of run around, jump some fences, do some stairs, wrestle a dummy, basically, take it into custody and lift it up, and yeah.
Okay, so it's not the exact same test, but there is a physical fitness standard that they have to do every year.
Absolutely, yep, every year, yep, it's mandatory, all the officers have to go through it.
Okay, and we've kind of answered this next one, but if you'll touch on it again, the question is, does West Valley City sponsor or pay for recruits in post?
Yep, yeah, just to reiterate, yeah, you would apply as a non-certified candidate, and if you're hired by us, we'll sponsor you to go through the academy, and we'll also pay you while you go. So you'll start your benefits, you'll start your retirement, everything will start day one, and we'll pay you while you go through the academy, and we'll also sponsor you through, so works out pretty good.
Yeah. Now Marissa asks, is it possible to become a police officer with no experience, and then asks, or with a degree in criminal justice?
Absolutely, both. Yes to both. So.
Yeah, the criminal justice degree, I almost got mine completely before I hired on. I had 3 of my 4 years, and it definitely helped make the police academy a lot easier going
Yeah.
through the criminal justice program.
Understanding that, yeah, I did the same thing. I got my associate's degree in criminal justice before I went through the police academy, and then I also, as part of my bachelor's degree, I used the police academy as part of that. So
Perfect. Now Carrie asks, do you recommend doing the NPOST test before applying and having the results on your application?
yes, if you're applying as a non-certified candidate, we require those end-post results. It basically takes the place of a written exam, department examination. So you have to have those passing scores to attach to your to your application.
Okay. With the NPOST, I don't think everybody understands what the NPOST is. Can you kind of
Yeah.
explain what that is
Yeah,
a
I'm
little
gonna-
bit?
Yep, we have it on our website as well. So there's 4 sections to it. A math section, a reading comprehension section, grammar, and an incident report writing section. And we also have all the testing sites that you can go to listed on here. So depending on where you're at in the state, there's probably a testing site on here in this list that's going to be close by. So you can go to our list here and then reach out to them and figure out when the next test is going to be. Once you do take the test and you pass it, the results never expire. So you'll have those to apply however many times you need to. So
that's basically just a competency test?
yeah, exactly. Yep.
Okay, great. And then Ben asks, is there an age limit? How old is too old?
No age limit at all. So
Nope.
It's not like the military.
if you can pass the tests required, the PT tests and all the requirements, then you can get hired. So,
No upper age limit, but you are required to be 21 to be a police officer.
Yes.
Though. So you can be 19. Sergeant Lundquist talked about this, about being SFO or BCO certified. You can do that At 19, correct?
Yes, and you can work for the jail. So if you're in high school or something similar to that, and you're just barely getting out of high school, going to college, and you're not quite 21, you can also work for the jails or like the prison system, and you can start that at 19 and get your SFO and your BCO certs taken care of. So.
Okay.
And then come apply for us once you're 21, though. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't stay over there.
So the next question is there a wait list? And I can answer that. We've got openings right now, and it does take a while to get through the hiring process, so we ask for patience with that. But we do get through that process as quickly as possible because we do have openings and we want to get people hired and working as quickly as possible. Is there anything else you want to add to that?
Yeah, just to add to that, the hiring roster, once you pass the steps all the way up to the preliminary interview, once you pass that, you're on our list for up to a year. That list is valid for up to a year, and we don't forget about you. We have a recruitment unit member assigned to you, and they're going to be reaching out to you every 2-3 weeks or so and checking in and making sure that everything's going good. If you have any questions, scheduling ride-alongs for you. But we don't forget about you, and we're working our way through the list, and we'll get to you. So.
Okay, very good. Let's see if we have any additional Facebook questions. Nope, we do not. So, is there anything else you think we should talk about when it comes to recruiting or working here at West Valley City Police Department?
The only thing I would add is reiterate again that we have openings, and we're open until September 2nd. So if you're interested, please hop on our website and apply. So.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you all for joining us this evening. Our next community meeting will be Wednesday, September 10th, and learning about the bomb squad. We won't have a community meeting in August due to National Night Out events, and we hope to see you in the neighborhoods this summer. So thank you and have a good night.